Howdy, y'all. I'm actually headed into work, but I felt really called to get this done. You know, I kept hearing, you can't do this, you can't leave until you do this, you do this before you leave, so here we are. Alrighty. Choose A or B, or both, or neither, and see which one calls to you. I love using this deck. Oh my goodness. A's and B's. Oh my god. Okay. Excuse me for a moment. I need to disconnect my own energy from this deck. This is for the collective. A or B? Alright, I hear it. Let me know in the comments which one you've chosen and if it resonates with you. I don't want this deck. That's the problem. Gateway activation. That's the one. Take two. So it's a new moon. It's in Capricorn. Capricorn is very grounded energy, very checking off the to-do list. So we're in new moon energy. What are you trying to create? And like I feel kind of like collaborative energy. Like, what are you creating? And I just feel like it's like a group effort thing. This is just my cat. If you're just joining in, say hello. We are on A's. I feel like for A's, you are at like a threshold of like you've just gone over the threshold. So over, like, I don't want to say like the peak, but now you're on like the other side of discovering something about yourself or about your life or your divine path or whatever the case is. Like, you've just discovered something, or you've overcome something, you've transcended something, and now you're on the other side and you're kind of just floating around like you're not quite sure where you belong or where your next direction is. Because you got the Nine of Cups, but it came out upside down. So that's you right now, kind of like you have possibilities of directions to go, but I feel like it's the energy collectively. I feel like it's like we're in this like slow, like sluggish, like stuck in like quicksand kind of energy, which is kind of slowing our momentum with things currently. I feel like for A's, you're stuck in that muck, but you're like, what direction am I going? Which option do I want to take? Which one's for me? Because you got the Page of Cups, but that also came upside down, and it came out like pessimistic energy. So I feel like for A's right now, you are forgetting your own power, forgetting your magic, or just like you're not in your vortex. You're not in alignment currently with the frequencies that are helping you achieve your goals. You are in the frequency of lack right now. Not because of you are lacking, but because of your mindset, how you're feeling. I feel like this is big on feelings, because you also got the Nine of Pentacles, and that came out right side up after these two. And I feel like you've made all the right moves. You're accomplishing things. You're not, slacking, but I feel like you're in a mental slump. So let's pull a couple more cards here for A's, and then I'll big reveal of your light activation code or gateway of light activation oracle. Okay, A's. What's with A's? Yeah, okay, you got the Eight of Wands, and that's what I get for talking first. Eight of Wands, but it's upside down. Like, I feel like, sorry, if when you're like, if you're trying to like gain momentum, or like just imagine you're like holding the shirt of somebody and they're like, let me at him, right? And they're still running in place, but you're holding them back, and then you release your hand and they just fucking take off. That is this energy right now. You are feeling something that is the hand on your own momentum. Like, it's right there, and it's gonna fucking take off as soon as you find out what it is. And I feel like a lot has to do with feeling right now. I feel like collectively we're in like a slump energy of like, why bother, woe is me, or whatever. So you got the Ten of Wands, came out right side up. I feel like you have to let go of something. There's something you're still hanging on to. There's something that is anchoring you in your current frequency that is keeping you from that abundance, that hand on the shirt, that is, you are hanging on to it like you think you still need it, or you think you can take it with you, or it's like not that big of a deal, or maybe you're not even aware of it at all. But there's something that's holding you back, and it needs to be, it's something that's not coming with you into this new version of yourself, into this new threshold that you have stepped yourself into. Maybe it's self-doubt. It could be something as simple as that. Your 10 of Wands, your hand on the shirt that you are hanging on to, that thing that's preventing that momentum, could literally just be your own self-doubt. You could say, this is what I want, this is what I'm working towards, this is what I'm doing, you know, I'm saying it, I'm saying all the things, but if you feel in your entire being, that is the frequency you're putting out. That is what you are calling, whether you're saying, doing, thinking. If you are not believing in yourself, if you are feeling doubt about yourself, that is also a frequency that's going out. So that's also what you're going to get. You got to let go of that. Or maybe this is specific to somebody who's watching that specific scenario. If it is, you got to let it go. So you guys got Thoth light codes. Hope I'm saying that correct. I have no idea anything about Thoth. Thoth. I don't know. That sounds familiar, but maybe I'm wrong. It says light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. I feel like this is, I'm going to look up who To was, or Thoth, but I feel like this is a message. If you chose A, this is the piece of the puzzle that this is what you're stepping into, this divine magic. You've had this light initiation. You have been initiated into the next stage of your being, of who you're becoming. I feel like there's a but. There's like, so this is like where you are. And then the rest of the message is just, in order to step into that energy completely, fully, and reap its complete benefits, is to release something. So now I'm going to go to it was Thoth. Okay, so the god of writing, divine magic, and the moon, acknowledged as the sacred scribe who created writing. He is considered the great mind behind the hieroglyphics and the maintainer of the Egyptian universe. It is said he was the priest king of Atlantis and was dedicated to leading the Atlantean people in a loving way that was firm but fair. I feel like this is like, you're coming into like a structure, but you're still hanging on to something that's preventing you from stepping completely into it. Okay, moving on to bees. For bees, you got Merkaba activation, which is funny because I found myself meditating with my selenite one today, and like powerful downloads. Transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. Let's see for bees. And then I gotta go. You need both play and direction if you chose B's. You got Page of Wands. You got, which came out upside down. You got the Knight of Pentacles, which also came out upside down. The Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Five of Pentacles came out upside down as well. Ace of Swords did not. So I'm seeing this as, are you here where you are where you're too unfocused, or are you here where you're too structured, too anal? There's a balance that needs to be happening here. If you are to transcend this energy right here, which is the Five of Pentacles. You can't go through life being a fuddy-duddy 100% of the time. And you can't go through life with just having fun. It's a balance between work hard, play hard, right? I feel like this is a reminder to get balanced in that sense. Because I feel like this is where your mindset is. And your mindset is it also, as well as A's, but in a different sense, your mindset's lacking. And I feel like yours is more in the physical world than it is in the mental world for B's. I feel like the key, yeah, you got the King of Swords. So you got the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, both of which are of the mind. So Ace of Swords is clarity. Like I'm seeing like once this balances out and clarity can come through. But right now it's kind of like all over the place. To settle your outside world, you have to settle your inside world. So if you're flip-flopping and crazy all around on the inside, and you're stressed about the way your world is because it's manifesting on the outside as crazy and chaotic and all that stuff, focus on what you're doing. This is very physical element. Are you headed down a path with no destination, but you're structured? Or are you have a destination and you have it in mind and your heart and soul is fully in it? And you are in the midst of creating something, but you have no direction whatsoever. Stop looking to how things are and start looking at how you want things to be. I heard that very strongly come through for B's. Because this is you right now. This is how things are. So this is how you're viewing them. But you're never going to get to that clarity until you start thinking about how you want things to be. Because that will take you out of that mindset and into one where your nervous system isn't so, rocky that you can actually listen to your insights and your intuition. Alrighty, that is the reading for the new moon in Capricorn. If you liked it, give it a like and a share, and let me know in the comments if any of that resonates, and feel free to message me if you'd like a one-on-one reading of your own. I am seeing great things past these hiccups in A's and in B's. All right. I have to get going. I hope everyone has a wonderful night, and I will catch you guys next time.